All right. Welcome everyone to Duo's Bizarre Holiday Singles. We've got this Tier 2 match here between Northsign and Crestive. They are already getting into pick bans, so we're just going to head right over there, as it is going to be Northsign winning the role and choosing second ban. This is also the first seed overall from group stage versus last seed overall, as it was Northsign who went on an absolute tear through the group stages. And Crestive struggling a little bit, but I mean, if you look at BWS, it would suggest that Crestive has more of an advantage here.
Yeah, if you're speaking of the BWS, I think we could just throw those aspects out the window, considering how consistent you have to be on lowest R to be able to gain those type of numbers. I mean, if we're looking at match cost during the entirety of group stage, Northside did outperform Crestive by an entire 0.1, which is actually considered to be a pretty large margin because of how really strict lowest R is. And so, yeah, we're just picking up the bans. I think DT1 is going to be one of the bans from Northside. So Northside getting rid of all of that aim away. I think Crestive just did a little bit of digging in for the skill sets of Crestive being a really comfortable DT1 player, as well as just having some insane DT1 PP plays as well as on his top plays. But if you're a Northsign, yeah, you're trying to keep that little bit of like Hard Rock 1 and Nomad 1 consistency in, because that's probably your better suit against Crestive.
It's ABBA.
Yeah, it's ABBA. Yeah, one more ban. I think we missed another ban from Crestive. I think Crestive banned first. So we're missing one more ban from Crestive. Oh, never mind. Yeah, we did. So Hard Rock 2, yeah, so Through the Fire to Flames. This is not the 6-minute one. Unfortunately not going to be the 6-minute one, because, you know, that song is fire, and I love Dragon Force, but yeah, 3 minutes and 30 seconds of Hard Rock 2, that that high CS type map is going to be deleted from the map, as well as Hard Rock 3. So we're getting straight into like both of these players just getting rid of the other opponent's skill set, as well as just Northsign being very comfortable on the Hard Rock, considering his group stage performances on those Hard Rock maps, as like the Shia LaBeouf from Hard Rock 2 being like up in the 800Ks and 900Ks. But yeah, speaking of consistency, Hard Rock 1, Northsign, I did expect it from him. It is blue pick. You gotta have to change that.
Is it? Oh, whoops.
Yeah, it's blue pick.
I did not notice.
It's fine. But yeah,
when I
speaking
of
of... Yeah, it's over, bro. It's over for you. I can't believe you forget this.
My streaming career is done. Gone.
Your streaming career is done. It's gone. It's over. All right, back to the match. Yeah, considering Crestive, I think about Hard Rock 1 that Northsign has an advantage is that Northsign is just much more consistent on these lower BPM. I wouldn't say this is lower BPM, but not DT1 type BPM maps where the jumps would absolutely be cross screen and as fast as like lightning. But these jumps really have to be consistent, as well as this Hard Rock 1 being an extremely, sometimes a little flowy at some parts. But yeah, I think Northsign having a bit of edge on this, and we're flipped. Northsign's on the right. What the fuck?
What? Are they? Oh, they're in the wrong slots in the lobby.
No, they're on the wrong slots in the lobby. Okay, so if you're just joining us,
so
Northsign's on the right and Crestive's on the left. So
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna tell them to switch slots.
I'll send,
just after this.
Yeah, I'll let Kazakh know.
Yeah. Well, yep, Crestive already finding the first break, and yeah, these little stops and goes for these jumps here, really snappy. Northside going to find that trade in, but just a little combo edge for Crestive here to be able to grab this lead back. So not as all done for both of these players, but Crestive just a little bit of a baton that he has in his hand just to get a little bit more edge in this one.
You also just make 100% sure on a ref sheet as well. Yes, okay, they are on the wrong sides.
Yeah, alright. Another drop from Crestive. Crestive. I cannot understand how to pronounce that. We're gonna go to Crestive instead. So northsign holding this a little bit of combo throughout this Ki section. It's not gonna be so devastating for Crestive here, but until we find some more breaks from northsign, Crestive is gonna be a really bad spot. Almost going to drop a combo on that little triple burst, but considering the spacing of these bursts on this map, it is going to be extremely difficult. Standing at 6.5 star rating, this is going to be expected to be just a little bit more flowy than usual Hard Rock maps. And considering the mid section or possibly the last sections of this map have a lot more flowy aspect to it. But both players holding a lot more of a heavier combo, which is going to pull some weight in the later breaks of this map.
Oh, northsign shook off that note, though. So now Crestive has a bit of a combo advantage here. Almost about 400 combo worth. Oh, they both trade breaks on that note, though.
Yeah, so exactly, momentum stands still like a pendulum. It's going to be advantage to northsign as he has a little bit of more score and that combo that was building up throughout that first Ki and a little bit of the burst, but Crestive's gonna give so much more advantage with this break. And as we're entering the last third of the map, this is where the progression difficulty is going to kick up after this little bridge section. The flow is going to get a little bit more harder. The jumps are going to be a lot more consistent. Crestive is going to find more breaks, but now both players break on that tick slider, and that's equal down the middle, and both players need to find combo or else northsign is going to run away with this. Crestive with the combo as northsign is finding more breaks. It's looking a little bit more believable for Crestive here.
Yeah, he's got a lot of ground to make up, though. I mean, not as much as if northsign was full comboing and then found the break there, but 40k isn't a small difference on a longer map like this, but it's more than doable with how much of it is left. But Crestive breaking there really not gonna help his chances. He's gonna need a whole lot of assistance from northsign finding breaks if he wants to win this map now.
And I think this is the more of the difficult section of the map. It is going to be pretty linear with all the other Ki's, but a lot more of these jumps are going to be pretty far. Crestive finding another break, and that's going to solidify the point. And I'm pretty sure this is northsign's pick. Yeah, correct. This is northsign's pick. And if you're in the stream, northsign is on the right side. So the point will go to the top left, which is where northsign is supposed to be. But until then, yeah, northsign getting his first pick onto the board. Very comfortable start for him, picking out a skill that he's more comfortable with against a player that is more on the faster BPM jumps up side. Yeah, correct pick from northsign and correct playing from him. Wonderful stuff from both players. Northsign with the first point.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's your first pick. I mean, being your skill set, that wasn't exactly a huge victory.
So now we're going to get both players to switch slots, but Crestive right into our Nomad 6 pick. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty overlappy map.
Yes,
I've watched the Mappools show. Yeah, I've only watched the Mappools showcase, so that's the only memory I'm going off of. But what I remembered was it was pretty just overlap sliders, overlap noses, absolutely reading heavy. Even more reading heavy than our group stage map, which considerably is going to be a lot more easier since our star rating difficulty increase throughout the pools are just marginally larger than normal
Isn't
tournaments.
it like a 0.5 star rating increase between group stage and round of 32?
Yeah, it is like 6 stars to 6.5 stars. When we get to round of 16, we are already in 7-star territory, which is considered the pinnacle for 5-digit tournaments.
Most of these players are like 4-digit at the lowest, though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there even any 4-digit players in this tournament?
I'm pretty sure no. I'm pretty sure they got all weeded out from the lowest R and all the consistency from just the higher ranked players. But yeah, this is going to be a reading battle of the ages right here. You can already see how these overlapping sliders, these overlapping bursts are going to pan out. Some of these back and forth sliders are being hidden from the sliders that are previously put on that map. A lot of doubles, a lot of flow, so aim control being a huge aspect, but accuracy from both players just phenomenal. But an SS from northsign is keeping him in the lead by just a little bit, giving him that slight edge. But any breaks from here on out are going to be incredibly instrumental.
Here's the 0 stack section coming up with these awkward reverse sliders. Both players still holding so strong, though. I have yet to see such a good performance from both players on this Nomad 6 for every single tier. Tier 1, Tier 2, you name it. These players shredding through this Nomad 6, and they both hold through that stream section. This is crazy.
Yeah, but it's a little crazy. But northsign dropping so much act there, dropping himself down to 99%. That stream section might be the end of it, but no breaks have come on yet, so we have yet to see that. But northsign, he's finding break, and that's going to give Crestive the advantage. The advantage to try and bring this all away from him. He needs to solidify this point because considering this is his own pick, but he's going to find a break right there. But I think the damage has already been done as that combo from that little section that he just gained after northsign broke gives him so much lead there, about 135k advantage. And there is not enough combo from northside to be able to find any footing here. Crestive finds a little bit more combo in the ending to able to ice up and clutch up in that very tense FC battle.
Yeah. This might be the highest score between two players, like, combined for this map. I don't think I've seen scores that high for both players. Super strong performance from both of them, though. Both over 600k. Not a common score on Nomad 6. And then Crestive getting 740k, basically, just slightly below it by what, a whole, like, 48 points?
Yeah, and we can definitely see why combo is just so important in these later stages. Considering that group stage, yeah, accuracy was the game because you expected the other player to FC in the group stage map pools, but now we're in the 6.5 star rating territory. Now combo is going to be the most utter important aspect of these matches, of these maps, and absolutely of these scores. But yeah, northsign, considering you already picked your skill set on Hard Rock 1, Nomad 1 being that other alternative to your skill set, you do have tapping. I don't expect you to do so bad on tapping against Crestive. It is possibly going to be pretty equal on that Nomad 2 as well as that Hidden 2, considering both of these players really good at tapping, really good at reading, and as well as just Nomad 3, Nomad 4, and as well as that old style Nomad 5 speed map being the Chipscape. Wonderful map, a lot of bus sliders going to destroy your combo if you haven't learned any of that map at all. But considering DT3 being another extremely fast DT map, 330 BPM. But yeah, Nomad 1, the pick coming in from northsign, expected as usual, going into his main skill set until you have to gamble on those alternative picks.
Yeah, this is going to be, I feel, if Crestive can hold until the end, it's going to be a pretty close one because this map has most of the time just been an accuracy battle right up until the end, and then it's just whichever player can hold through that last diff spike portion, and if they both do, it's just down to accuracy at that point.
Nomad 1, yeah. 4 minutes and 44 seconds of jumps. It is going to be incredibly awkward on some of these sections. What I remember from Mappools Showcase, it is just default 200 BPM on Nomad 1. You're gonna have those streams, you're gonna have those bursts, and some of these mid sections are going to have those random flow sections that catch people off by surprise, if they haven't read the map or are sight reading it. So this is going to be consistency battle. Combo, name of the game now. We're not going to talk about that anymore, but let's just see the game speak for itself.
Yeah, right now both players just slowly warming up into this No Mod 1. Not a whole lot interesting here in this first part. We'll see it pick up about right after these couple little beginning sections, but even then, it's not going to be super difficult for either of these players until we get to about halfway through the map. That's when we see those burst sections come through, those slider jumps, little burst streams like that. That's just a taste of what's to come in this No Mod 1.
Also, one of those maps that have a really old map ID. It has 7 digits in its map ID, but it is in the 1 million. So, considering this map probably uploaded in 2015, probably even earlier, maybe a little bit later, but yeah, it's going to be pretty default for No Mod 1. You could see how that little bit of 2015 mapping style is already shaping up to this map. Lots of 200 BPM bursts, lots of default jumps, really nice mapping. It's going to be pretty stale from here on out until we see some act drops, until we see some combo drops, or until we get into the main key eyes of the map. But 4 minutes and 44 seconds of consistency, basically like a tiebreaker at almost clocking in at almost 5 minutes. But yeah, consistency monsters are going at it. Both of these players still holding double SSs throughout these sections, but we haven't hit the main key eye yet. No streams taking these players' accuracies apart, and it's looking like going to be a very tight battle from here.
Yeah, there is a 1/3 section around the middle of the map as well that has caught out a few people on the accuracy part and a couple on the combo. But for both of these players right now, they look more than comfortable. No 100s dropped on that larger burst. They are both going headstrong towards this first major key eye section at the halfway point of the map.
A double SS is absolutely crazy, and as we're almost entering the 4 digits of combos, these combos are going to be dangerous. You can literally see that there is no score lead in the middle of your screen.
Oh, there's 200
the first
BPM
100 stream. That's the first 100. That stream is going to take Crestive's 100 away and SS, so advantage all towards the side of northsign right now. But it isn't going to be a really bad thing that's going to happen right now. Breaks can still happen because the nerves are going to start settling in. It is an extremely long map, one of the longer No Mod 1s in entirety of tournaments right now. 4 minutes and 44 seconds, as I said before. But this 1/3 section, we can see some act drops coming soon on that 1/3 section that's about to come up. But combos, wonderful. The nerves are starting to settle in. You see a little bit of shake from northsign. I think Crestive is still a little bit comfortable on this, but it's getting a little bit tense here in these sections now.
Yeah, I think we see the burst section before the 1/3s, though. No, here it is. Yeah, the 1/3s, and there's a few 100s from northsign, but Crestive trades them right back on the burst right after. So it's still barely favoring northsign. As we get to these slider jumps, both players hitting all of them. They hit the complex little stream there, and neither of them have dropped combo yet. We get to this spinner, and they get one more peek at each other's scores before we head to the final key eye.
And these Kai is everything. These overlapping 1-2s, I love those mapping, but it does overlap a lot of players' cursors because that reading aspect on overlapping 1-2s do catch people off. But both of these players absolutely comboing the heck out of this map still. Lots of map to go still as we are only about 30 seconds, maybe a little bit more into the map. Squares are coming in. Some little bits of nerves coming in from Crestive in northsign. My accent just changed a little bit, but it's a little bit too intense. It's literally 100 off from both of these players. A little bit more triangles trying to go through. Awkward aim trying to capture any of these players. Is this going to be a double FC on the board? A little bit of combos still going. Cross-screen jumps, a little bit more intensive. Kick sliders in. Both players hit it successfully. And as we enter the end of the map, 100 drop. It's going to be the 100 that gives them the advantage to Crestive. It's going to be 100. It's a spin to win.
There's a short spinner left.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's Crestive!
There's one final note. 100. One single note out of 1,992 notes. A single note determined that map. This No Mod 1 has been the closest, absolutely been the closest that any round of 32 match in this tournament has ever seen. that last note determined if this was going to a replay or a new map. But with that 100, we are going into a new map, and northsign gets break pointed by Crestive by one single 100. What absolute blasphemy just happened right there.
Yeah, and that is also a actually massive break point for Crestive, taking northsign's own pick after northsign performed so well on group stages. You're going to take every inch you can take against players like northsign, and Crestive is going to try and run away with it here on the same slot he performed best on in group stage. Actually, not best, second best on with this alt gnome or hidden 3. We'll see how this one works out for him.
Anyways, yeah, this hidden 3, I think did you explain it? I literally zoned out for
it's
just
kind of
a little
like
bit.
ulti slider aim, yeah.
Yeah, slider, and I think we have a little bit tech aspects in this, I guess.
Yeah, very similar to the hidden 3 from group stage. It's just, you know, a harder version of it. Because, you know, somehow we can have mappers that make, like, you know, 5.8 star maps feel like they're 6.5.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those maps act drops from Crestive, but it's still going to be an advanced ballpark for the act game. Combos, yeah, we're not going to be worrying about those until we find any drops, but this is going to be one of those maps where we are going to find those drops, act drops from northsign, from the little stream right there. These 1/3 are going to start kicking in, and the flow section on this map absolutely going to destroy both of these players. They both trade at the same time, so equal down the middle, but Crestive with a little bit of act game in this, just above a bit, like a 1% and a little bit more, is keeping him a little bit in the lead. 10k to be exact, is just keeping him a little bit farther away from northsign here, but more acts from northsign is just a little bit detrimental here.
Yeah, oh, huge drop from northsign there. And funnily enough, it looks like the clients are just a tiny bit off sync. I don't know why, but we just love Bancho issues right now, though. Northsign struggling on this map way more than Crestive is. And we did kind of think this would be a little bit of the case after Crestive performed so well on hidden 3 from group stage. Not a surprise he picks this, and not a surprise he's doing well on it either. Another very needed point for Crestive here after he took that break point from northsign. He just cannot drop any of his picks from here. And he might pull, in all honesty, maybe the biggest upset of the tournament. He drops there, but northsign trades it right after. And it's still close enough for northsign to win, but he's going to need a lot of help from Crestive in order to do that.
Crestive ain't going to give a helping hand to him because that combo and the accuracy is a little bit more than northsign right now. Northsign is going to hold this combo throughout the section, and Crestive finds a break, but this is one of the more difficult sections of this map as we only have a little bit more combo to go. But 78k to climb is not a lot if you don't have enough accuracy to overclimb, and that break is going to solidify Crestive. Going to solidify on his second pick for the 4th map of this match to be able to cement himself 3-1 in this series. Absolute insane showing in that No Mod 1. Absolute insane showing in excuse me, it was a Hard Rock 3. Wasn't that Hard Rock 3? No, Hard Rock 3 was banned. Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, Hard Rock 1 was not that. No Mod 1 was the one, the Crestive one actually.
What was his pick? I forgot.
His pick was what was his pick?
Yeah, no, I forgot. I already forgot his first pick, guys.
It wasn't No Mod 3. Oh, No Mod 6.
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, never mind. I remember. Yeah,
We're
that
smart.
was the map where this is dementia is taking effect. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening, but yeah. First pick from Crestive going on that number 6. Very well done from him. And considering down the line, you still have that hidden 2 to play at, but hidden 1 considering that you did pretty well in Hidden 3, I think Hidden 1 is not going to be a bad pick if you are Crestive here. But northside, not a lot of picks to go, considering you are mainly on that aiming, mostly a consistency player. Nomad 2 might be a really good pick here. It is consistency on flow and streams. So considering that Nomad 3, Nomad 4, and Nomad 5, those are pretty really separate skill sets if you're considering going to pick into any of those. And DT3 possibly just stay away from that map, considering, yeah, Crestive just a lot more stronger on DT. But Nomad 3 going to be the pick. I think I do see why this is going to be a pick. Alt is not a bad skill set that northsign has. It's not the strongest, but it is a skill set that he's able to use and abuse. But Crestive, I'm unsure about his Nomad 3 game. Not a lot has been said. Only on that Hidden 3 has been said about his ult mechanics, which can say a lot if you're using this on a Nomad 3.
Yeah, I mean, but you can also see that, like, Nomad 6 was pretty ulty as well. Crestive has only picked maps that are ulty in nature, so seems that it's probably one of his most comfortable skill sets. This could be very close. I mean, obviously, northsign is going to be confident on it if he picked it, but just depending, or just based on what we've seen before, Crestive is also going to be comfortable, and right now, northsign already off to a rough start, getting a huge note lock drop.
And this is one of those maps where you have some just aim control aspects, and it's already showing right here a little bit of snappy jumps. Crestive gonna find a break, so northsign with this combo and into a Ki section is gonna have a loads of opportunity here, but 50s drop, 100s drop. Note lock's gonna submit himself, and that's gonna be really dangerous territory for northsign to walk in. More breaks coming from him as Crestive holding an insane 99% accuracy run right here. Did not have enough combo to solidify himself into 300k, which should be at this point doable. But Crestive, a really comfortable map for him, but northside picking this is just so dangerous, and this is not looking good for him in the long run.
Yeah, he might drop a second breakpoint here, which, I mean, is not what you want to have at all. Dropping one breakpoint, maybe you can recover it if you just trade even from there and maybe get yourself to tiebreaker, but northsign is well on his way to dropping a second breakpoint, and it's getting dangerous from here.
That's still a huge combo from Crestive. Yeah, this is definitely solidified. The point's definitely solidified. Just going to see if Crestive can just put up an amazing score, and all the back and forth snappy part is in. You're just going to have to let him shred this map apart, and he is continuing to do so, arriving into the 90% accuracy territory. 711k score right there. An amazing score that Crestive just put on northsign's face to absolutely destroy him on his pick on Nomad 3. And 4-1 is the score for Crestive, with him being the next map pick.
Who knows? Maybe BWS was right about this matchup, but we're going straight into Hidden 1. No waiting there.
All right, let's finish this map as soon as possible. This song is mid.
Did you say the song's mid?
It's kind of mid.
Brother.
I don't know, VTubers and EDM don't always work. This is one of those maps. I think I love Drenched in Air. That's a really good song for VTuber and EDM
have you heard Looking for Edge of Ground?
Yeah. Is this what you're like referring to this map?
No. That's just
with the Hatsune
in general
Miku.
as a song.
Yeah, like with the Hatsune Miku, right? Is that what you mean? Yeah, that's a really good song. But this is like one of those maps where, one of those songs that I just do not consider just mid. It's not bad in all means. It's just normal. Nothing.
In terms of Camellia, it's mid. We'll put it that way.
In terms of Camellia, this is one of those works. All right, but Back into the match, and already a break going to
this
cement, and it's hidden. It's just
Yeah.
hidden, Gap.
Like, but still, northsign cannot be making these drops anymore. He doesn't have nearly enough leeway to get away with this.
I don't think he studied the map. I think there's the breaks that just came up in the beginning. I think he hasn't studied those double stacks. The Crestive definitely has, considering the accuracy is just an entire 8% above northsign right now. And this combo is still on an FC on the side of Crestive. If you are northsign, it looks chalked from here, but you still can consider Crestive just dropping so much AC in combo, which is probably not going to be the case at all. Northsign just needs to find combo, accuracy, everything to be able to overtake Crestive on this pick and to deny the match point, but that match point's going to linger as it is getting closer to Crestive's side.
Yeah, this is just getting very, very out of hand for northsign. Just, he cannot break from here on out. If he breaks here, you can almost consider the match over unless he somehow finds a way to full reverse sweep when Crestive still has a couple really strong picks in his pocket. As Crestive found a break, but northsign traded it. This might just already be the end of the map. We're looking at 1/4 left. Northside is just not able to build a combo, as well as being, I think, 3% and some change down on accuracy.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure getting taken away from the double stacks. The practicing aspect, Crestive just has the advantage over into this little speed core section, but it doesn't even matter. Crestive can literally sit back and not play the entire map and still win. But why would you do that? You gotta cement a little bit more score to absolutely shove this in northsign's face. More breaks, northsign. Crestive with the point, and it's match point for him as the absolute destructive score has dropped on northsign's face.
Yeah, this is really not good for northsign. Going from seed 1 for tier 2 out of group stage in a round of 32 now, being in a position where you basically have to reverse sweep or take the L. It's really, really not good for northsign.
It's northsign's pick, but with considering the maps on the board, you have 4 maps to go, 5 maps on the table, which considering the majority of them being Nomad, and it's just looking a little bit doomed for northsign right here. I think
Maybe
the only
Nomad
map
4?
that, yeah, Nomad 4 looks really doable, as well as Nomad 2, considering consistency from that Nomad 1 was being shown on the streams, as well as Nomad 2 being around the same BPM, possibly is the same BPM, I am pretty sure. No, it is, yeah, Nomad 1 only being 10 more BPM than, Nomad 2, which is 190 BPM, and yeah, Nomad 2 going to be considered into northsign's pick. This is possibly one of the more comfortable picks for northsign right now, as well as that Nomad 4, but that's not being picked right now. The focus right now is Nomad 2 Defenders. Really, really popular map. 6-digit in map, beat map ID. A lot of people say this is one of their favorite maps. I think this is a really good map too. Lots of streams, of course, on a Nomad 2. Loads of spam sliders. And as well as a unique map on Circle Size 5 as well.
Yeah. Definitely we're going to need to see northsign basically FC this, though. I mean, we're not exactly sure how Crestive will do, but at this point, if you're northsign, you need to set a good score on this map for that confidence boost. Because if you don't really set a good score, like, even if you still win, if you don't win by much, I just don't even really think that the mental is going to be there for the rest of the match at that point.
Yeah, mental in OSU tournaments are absolutely a huge thing. It's going to be a long road if this reverse sweep is going to be a potential. And yeah, let's just see how this goes.
Really long map, pretty slow beginning, not much happens throughout like pretty much the entire first half of this map. All pretty simple streams that shouldn't catch any of these players out. Maybe a couple act drops if they mess up their tapping just a tiny bit here and there, but in terms of skill, you're not really going to see anything change until the second half of this map. Right now, we get into the first big stream session. Crestive actually finding quite a few 100s there. So he drops some accuracy, doesn't drop combo though. That's going to be a little bit of wiping the sweat off the brow. He made it through there without the combo drop. And that could be all he needs. But right now, he is down by more than 2%, and he does drop the combo. This could be exactly what northsign needs at this point.
Yeah, both of these players. Yeah, this is one of the longer maps. It is TB. Basically, this is a TB-sized map in a Nomad 2. It is not longer than the tiebreaker. The tiebreaker is 7 minutes and 40 seconds, but this is a TB-sized map. You are almost one-third in the way of this map, still on an SS northsign, considering is about to enter the 4-digit combo territory. No 100s dropped, but Crestive, with that miss, is going to be far behind in the combo scaling game, which his score multiplier is not going to be as huge as it is, but this map really kicks into that solo guitar section, and that's going to be the more important section of the map since it is in the middle of the map, and so any breaks there is going to heavily score cap you. But northside, still an SS on the board. You are absolutely in perfection, but Crestive just trailing behind you, building up a combo of his own. But let's just see if any breaks come from northside in the future.
Yeah, this is what we need to see from northside. He's getting that consistency back that we saw from the Nomad 1 and Hard Rock 1 picks. Maybe getting a little bit of that confidence back as well. Maybe got a bit shook after losing that Nomad 1 by only one singular 100. But now he has more than firmly planted himself in the driver's seat of this map.
This is one of the more freer sections for combos, and this combo scaling for his multiplier is going to be absolutely huge for these free combo sections. If a break does happen here, you are in dangerous territory. Crestive has finally built up back his combo from the old breaks that he's have, but the slow section just going to be waning this combo out longer. northsign finding his first 100, but not going to matter until we find a huge amounts of chain misses or huge amounts of 100s. But now into the guitar solo, where most of the tapping and the difficulty is going to come from. And northsign absolutely destroying this. Crestive not bad on destroying it either. Dropping hundreds along the streams, but northsign just looking a lot more comfortable. And Crestive is going to give that up. And that's going to be northsign's point, as there is no way in hell that's this 200k and more lead is going to be overtaken by Crestive with this combo right now.
Yeah, this is basically the equivalent of having a 500,000 point lead on a shorter map just because of how long it is. And who knows, he might even end with that much of a point lead if he keeps going at the pace he's on. We saw an FC on this earlier today, but are we going to see a second one is the question.
Yeah, we're back into our intro, and so back into the main style of this map. Guitar solo has ended, right into back into our vocals and pre-chorus into our last key of the map. And this FC is still going strong. Only a couple of hundreds dropped. This FC is absolutely beautiful if this is going to continue. He's continuing to absolutely destroy this map. All eyes on northsign as this FC still intact. Crestive just has to watch his lead crash and burn as that is extending into almost the 500Ks.
Yeah, it's just brutal at this point, but this is exactly what northsign needs. I said it before this map started. He needed to come out for this one and make a statement on this map, and he has done more than enough to make that statement true.
We're almost at the end of the map, but he's still going. He's still going. We still got a little bit more. Oh, wait. Okay, jump section. This might take his combo away, but nothing's ever going to take away from northsign. A little bit more notes to go. Jumps are going to be hit.
Oh.
FC obtained. That's possibly 400 PP play and a little bit more, if to be exact. But yeah, absolute statement scorer on the 7th map of the match. But you still got a long ways into the tiebreaker road. But Nomad 4 is going to get picked against you. This is your opportunity to get your breakpoint in. This is going to be pretty close, I think, considering both of these skill sets of both of these players are a little bit similar. But this Nomad 4, this is pretty much a gamble at this point.
Yeah, would have liked to maybe see DT3 come out from Crestive, but it is also super high BPM, all the way up at 330. Maybe he could have picked Nomad 5. I don't really see him picking into Hidden 2 at this point after he lost so badly on Nomad 2. So we'll see. This could be potentially a close match from here if northsign can take this map especially. But I mean, northsign can't drop anymore. He has to win every single map from here if he wants to take the W in this match.
Considering some of these maps from before, Nomad 1 being the closest Nomad 1 in the round of 32s for Dio's tournament, that Nomad 6 also being pretty close, considering only one break determined that map. And Hardock 1 not being like really heavy in closeness. It still was determined by just 2 breaks or even 1. And down the road, the Hiddens being absolutely more comfortable for Crestive. So this is going to be a gamble, as both of these players are just a little bit more comfortable on the set, considering it is aim. You got sliders. You got this type of slider and philosophy to this Nomad 4. It's just going to come down to whoever combos, whoever has the most AC. It's going to be a long run here.
Definitely not your bog standard map. Bit more on the unique side, but the slider shapes aren't exactly complicated. Like you said before, it is mostly hitting those slider ends, and right now, player's dead even on accuracy. So this could be extremely close. Northside misses on the burst section. Crestive doesn't. It's looking bad now. Northside really can't find another drop, but now he's really dependent on Crestive to break. It's looking like Northsign's hopes and dreams of just rampaging through winner's bracket might already be over, and he's gonna have the trek through the depths of lower bracket ahead of him, because Crestive is not giving him any breathing room.
His back is against the wall, and just Crestive has the knife to his throat. And the combo right here is putting him into his coffin. But the combo that northsign has just needs to pray if Crestive finds any breaks. But this is one of the more easier sections. Free combo all around for both of these players. But more importantly, Crestive is gaining that score lead and extending it to about 100k. It's possibly going to rise up to 200k. He's cursor dancing on his ass. What is this man doing? He's dancing on his grave. He's continuing this FC. And northsign just has to watch him absolutely taunt him.
Yeah, that's a bit of BM there. Crestive just having fun with it at this point, but he can't get too complacent. It's still within striking distance for northsign, but that is only if the stars align. And Crestive right now putting the power of Thanos in his hand and making sure those stars stay as far away from each other as possible.
And into the 4-digit combo that Crestive has we go. And these little bursts can catch players off guard, but none of these players are giving up. A little bit of break from the midsection and almost done with the FC. I don't think there's any score left for northsign to take, even if he considers this FC and Crestive breaks right now. But that commentator curse is not possibly going to help northsign whatsoever. You still have tons of notes to go, a huge score lead to go through. That combo is not big enough to come back, but that score lead is going down a little faster. Unsure how many notes are in the future of this map, but it's just slider ends and kick sliders that are going to be in this match. And yeah, no map left to go. 150 score to go to take this lead. Combo too small. A break in the middle. Score cap northsign too much. And that's going to be it. Crestive with the win over northsign. Going to make an upset on the first seed. And that's going to be him moving on into round of 16 of the winner's bracket.
Yeah, you can tell who was prepared for this match. And it was definitely not northsign, unfortunately for him, but Crestive. Insane performance overall. Very good on every single map. Was there really a single map he dropped less than 600k on other than No Mod 2?
I think, yeah, the consistency of this man, absolutely wild on the low SR. But we're going to see him in the future in the next week of the 7-star pool in the round of 16. I'm pretty sure northsign still in the lower bracket, still has a chance to battle it out. But that 7-star pool in the lower bracket is absolutely going to be brutal on him. Well, that's going to be the match. And, yeah, it's wonderful commentating that match right there, Ongon. How would you feel?
It was pretty fun commentating that one. And you know, right now, you guys can go head on over to the main stream for Flamester versus Easy Chalk as they get right into the No Mod 4 that you just watched northsign and Crestive play. However, they are both tied 4-4 over on Dio's main stream. Head over there to watch that map, and then there's 2 more right after. I think actually, wait, not 2 more. There's 1 more match right after that, which will be hosted on Dio's stream again. But this was the Tier 2 match between northsign and Crestive for Dio's Bizarre Holiday Singles. We hope you guys enjoyed watching and listening to us ramble, and we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye.